Well, thanks for joining me. I'm now going to do a quick video on how we fitted the water barrel. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. It's just how we fitted our water barrels and why we did it. I'll tell you why we've put 3 water barrels in here, just to make it clear. I don't know if I explained that during the video. But basically, I'm going to have one that takes fresh water like everybody does, obviously. I'm going to have the other one for waste. That'll be the one in the middle. And the one on the other side, the driver's side, will be for river water. Now I want the van to be totally off-grid capable for long periods of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take water from a river, clean river, run it through a filtration system and into the tank, water tank. I keep saying barrel, sorry, it's tank. Now what we'll do with that is we'll run the shower with that and we'll wash the dishes in it, and basically that'll be used for anything apart from drinking. That means the other barrel at the other side will last a lot longer. It's a 100-litre barrel. I can put fresh water in that, and all I will need that water for is for drinking. So we're going to have a river water shower, a river water tank, a freshwater tank and a wastewater tank. But we'll get more into that as we go further in the video. So I hope you like this and I'll see you soon. So we're going to fit the water barrels today. There's going to be 2 for fresh water and 1 for waste. We've got the 12mm bar which we're going to use to do this. I think that's 15mm. Yeah, we've got the 12mm bar to do this, so we're going to put this in. Underneath the van, which I'll show you in a minute, we're going to put 2 wooden battens going straight across. We'll put the tanks to the wooden battens, 2 steel bars at the bottom, and we'll trap them into the top. Now they can't move forwards or backwards or side to side because of stuff what's already in there. So at the minute we've got the steel bar here. When we've just drilled the holes going in, which will go underneath the barrels, and these are the battens what will go across the top, and then we'll fasten them straight up. So we've drilled the holes, so we're going straight through the bolt, which is metal, and what we'll do is we'll bring the stud iron straight through when it's under the barrels, and it'll trap them all in. That's all the holes there. 3 pieces of battening are what we're going to put underneath above the tanks, but underneath the floor of the van. These are just to protect it from banging about, so we won't get any of that. Also, it'll provide a little bit of insulation as well. So underneath we've put 40mm insulation. We've stuck that to the roof. Now that really isn't going to do anything, but it just doesn't matter. We've got some left and thought we'd use it. And we've put wooden battens across, and the tanks will now go onto them. And then we're going to squeeze them up with metal bars. We have treated all the holes with paint, rust resistant paint. We've come through right from the bottom. We've trapped the tanks in now below with the 22mm bar we've used, and we've got the brackets coming right through, the thread lock coming right through now. It's all tightened up below, and all we'll do now is grind the top off so they come out like that. We'll then put a locking nut washer on, locking nut on, and them tanks aren't going anywhere, and I'll show you underneath as soon as I finish this. So there we are, it's a finished thing. Now we are going to change this. We're going to take these screws out of here. We're going to put some bars straight across the back, and that'll make it absolutely solid. Let me show you underneath. So underneath, that's what we've got. We've got the brackets coming through. Right, so for the boat then, we've just done that. It's just to add them nuts what are coming up, what hold the water tank and the bars. Don't worry about it being dark at the back. It's black carpet, so that's why it looks like that. But all we've done now, put 2 bits of 9mm ply on, 11mm ply I think it is. Is the 11mm? 9mm ply. And then all we're going to do with that is put the original carpet back in. gives us a nice smooth boat again. Now we've got this from the LPG shop. I'll put a link to their website below. Credit to them, they're the only ones who sent it within a 24-hour period. So credit to them. We've got all the fittings, everything to go in. So we're underneath the van and we're going to these. Oh, you can't see it. We're going to go to the main chassis brackets there. I think you can see them. And the further one at the back, if you can see that. And that's where we're going to put the clamps. It's just drilling through now from the inside. We're going to go right through the metal, right through the floor, and put brackets on the inside of the van, which will be then covered by the kitchen units, so you won't see them. And that should give us a really good secure fixing. So we've got the LPG tank fitted in. We've just drilled straight through the back. I don't know if you can see that. So we've just drilled straight through the chassis, then straight through the floor, and we've put brackets on inside. So I'll show you that, which grips it all up. There's nothing moving that now. These are all pretty standard and fitted. I need to paint it with stone chip, which I'll do in the end. The top is coated. I can't really show you that, but I'll just do the bottom once we've got it all fitted. I'm just going to put the pipes on now. So just for the time being now, we've got the regulator put there. Now that may have to move when we come to fitting the actual gas pipes, because, well, I'm not really sure where it'll need to be. But if we bring the gas pipes through about there, we'll move the regulator. I'll move the regulator to somewhere else. It's quite easy, just screw into the wooden floor. It's pretty solid. And that's basically the gas tank fitted. The pipe's on now for the pipe to the regulator. That just screws onto where it was. You have to remember not to over tighten these. Just take them to what you feel they need. And don't over tighten them. A lot of people are tempted to over tighten them, but there's no need to. And then that's it, the regulator's on, gas tank all fitted up, nice and secure. It is actually under the chassis, so that's the bottom of the chassis. This part here is the bottom of the chassis, so the tank's actually below it, so it's about as protected as much as it can be. All we've got to do now is with this pipe which goes through here, I'll now put the gas fillet straight through the skirt. And then what that gives you is that everything to do with the gas is now outside the vehicle. You don't want to be adding any pipes under floors or in walls or anything like that. I want as many outside as I can get. So therefore the only pipe work that will be going into the van is the actual bit what goes to the boiler and the bit what goes to the cooker. There'll be no more going in than that. And then everything's outside. Gas is heavier than air, so it'll always go down. So this way, if there are any leaks, it's coming straight out onto the road and gone. Got the cover back on. Thing I like about this LPG shop cover is it's actually metal it's probably cast instead of plastic, which I'm real pleased about, because it can just take a bit more hammer than other ones you get which are the same type. So I'm just going to drill an hole in here now, which will fit the gas pipe tap and the filler cap, should I say. That will go around about here, and that'll be the LPG all installed. So I've now cut the pipe. I've got this into there. That's the back of it. I just screwed through with a 58mm hole cutter. I've gone through the skirting on this because that's where everything now to do with the gas is now outside, which is where I wanted it. Very, very little will be going into the actual van. We've now connected that up to the plate. The box is on, and the regulator I've just sat up there for now. I've just simply screwed it in to the panel on the side, to the panel on the floor. We can move that later, and that one's all screwed into the side. Quite an easy operation. This one goes through the wall, the skating board. This one goes through the skate of the van, and that's just where the filler cap goes. So all the LPG is in. All I have to do now is cover it in stone chip paint, which I will do. I will just blast it over everything now. And if you notice now, it's in the best place because it's level with the chassis, so there's no worries about the chassis being involved in anything. This is where the LPG tanks come through. We'll cut them down, so it's gone through the chassis, through the floor, through the insulation and through the top floor, and then we've bolted it down on the plates. This doesn't matter because it'll be covered by the plinth for the cupboards. And then all we'll do is we'll cut these down as low as we can now they're all in. And that's the LPG system fully in. This is 58mm hole cutter. We've now got that in the side. This is also in the skate so that there's no leakage of anywhere, from anywhere. And that just fits on like that. So that's the LPG all installed. It is quite easy, there's nothing difficult about it, but just remember not to over tighten it, as some people are tempted to do. Right, so in the last video you saw that we'd done all the shower and got that really ready. All the carcass of the shower was in the main bit. We're not going to put the doors on while last because there's a chance that we'll knock them and break them, so they'll be one of the last things to go in. But just to show you that this is the cladding that we use, and it's the sanitation stuff. It's really thin, about 10mm thick. It just clips together. We've put all the framework in for it, and we're going to use that on the sides, on the top and on the bottom, and it's all been fully sealed now. So we've got that in, and I'll give you a quick look at the shower. There we are, the shower is all in, the carcass is all in. We've put the pipework in for the actual to control it, what they call it, the taps. Taps is a good word for that, yeah, we'll use taps. We put all them in, the shower head's now in, and that's how it looks, and it is absolutely mint. I don't know if it's going to show as good on the film as it is actually looking. Now all we've got to do is we'll put the doors on at some time. Obviously we're not going to do that yet. I'm going to leave that while last. There's a chance that they'll break if we go putting them in now. So I hope you like that. I absolutely love that shower the way it is, and the good thing is even I'm 6 foot something and it comes to there on me, which is just, so I'll have to bob down a little bit to get a shower. I'll put that up. I can go up that high. So I can pretty much fit really well in the shower, so it'll be alright. Can't go any higher because we're at the roof, and it's just that I'm a bit tall, so could chop my feet off, but it's a bit extreme. So I'll just put up with that. It's really good. I'm really pleased with the way that came out. I'm really pleased with the way that came out. That just looks fantastic. And the good thing is it's a home shower, so it really didn't cost all that much. I think the whole thing, I paid over the odds for that, to be fair. I paid a lot for the shower head, 80 quid I think that was. But for the actual shower and base, 130 quid for the shower unit. The cladding, I can't remember how much that was. I think it was about 70 quid. The shower base was 90 something quid, so there you go for what, 132 for 300 quid, near enough. Got a really good shower, and it's just something different, and it's like I said, I'll go through it again. There'll be, the reason I've done it like that is just because there'll be a curtain going across here to block that off. I'll come back. Sorry if this footage is a bit wobbly. My gimbal's broken, by the way, so if footage is a bit wobbly, it's because I've lost that. I'm having to try and hold this as steady as I can. And there'll be another camera, another curtain going across there to that window. And that, even with the kitchen units in and my little, where I'm going to have my computer for future videos and stuff like that will be there. That's just going to be a sort of workstation. This will be my kitchen area. And you can see now that it's all coming together. And so what that gives me is a massive area in which just to get changed. So there we are. There's the water tanks in place now. The fresh, the river and the waste are all in place. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.